economic growth.
Well, staying with international action, the Biden administration has imposed far-reaching export restrictions on the semiconductor industry, and they are clearly aimed at curtailing China's ability to manufacture chips and use them for making supercomputers for military purposes. Now, the Chinese chip industry has reacted sharply, and the impact of the restrictions are being felt by leading manufacturers across the globe. Parikshit Luthra is joining us with more. Parikshit.
That's right. We have been seeing how United States has imposed export controls to restrict China's ability to make high-end semiconductors. These restrictions by U.S. Department of Commerce are aimed at Chinese manufacturing of advanced computing chips, supercomputers, and advanced semiconductors. The Biden administration has said China is using high-end chips for military systems and AI for surveillance on the United States, and therefore these export controls are a national security priority. These changes have far-reaching consequences. Basically, ban on export of all semiconductors made with any U.S. equipment or by a U.S. citizen to China. This ban applies to all nations and companies using U.S. equipment. Non-compliance would restrict a company's access to U.S. technology, and those not cooperating will be put in the entity list or subject to sanctions requirement. Now, as a consequence, Apple has put on hold plans to use memory chips from Chinese YMTC. Apple wanted to use these chips as they are 20% cheaper than other players. Chinese semiconductor industry has reacted sharply, calling these restrictions arbitrary, and also said that these controls will put more stress on global supply chains. Chinese Semiconductor Association went on to say that the US government must reverse these wrongdoings, and the Indian industry, we've been getting reactions from them as well. They feel these US export controls have a sweeping impact, and the import of electronic sub-assemblies and modules from China will run into trouble in the short run. Supply chain disruptions related to RAM modules, component of modems, mobile phones and laptops could be affected. In the long run, though, there is a view coming from the Indian industry that the US export controls could help India with companies looking for alternate manufacturing bases.
Right, Parikshit, thanks a lot for that. So clearly, some amount of pain may be due in the short term. But moving ahead, we discuss the rise of President Xi Jinping and his blueprint for China at 5 p.m. with